You don't get rich by working harder. You get rich by becoming harder to read. Every wealthy person you admire, old kings, quiet billionaires, shadow rulers, didn't rise through luck or brilliance. They rose through silence, positioning, and controlled invisibility. There are 8 ancient wealth laws almost no one speaks about, because the moment you understand them, you stop playing society's game. You stop explaining yourself. You stop asking permission. You start moving like someone who sees through the world instead of reacting to it. And the dangerous part? These laws work even if nobody knows you're using them. Tonight, I'll show you each one. But I'll warn you, once you understand these, you won't look at success the same way again. For thousands of years, power wasn't loud. It wasn't posted publicly. It wasn't marketed. Real power was silent, inherited, accumulated in shadows, passed through small doors and quiet hands. The wealthy didn't dominate people. They dominated perception. They didn't chase opportunities. They made opportunities orbit them. And every one of them followed the same invisible path. Control how you appear, hide how you move, and make the world misjudge you on purpose. Today you'll learn their 8 secret laws. Not theories, not motivation, but psychological architecture straight from the mindset found across the knowledge base. Cold clarity, surgical restraint, perception manipulation, slow-burning dominance, and silence used as a weapon. Society teaches you to be loud. Kings teach you to be unreadable. Wealth secret. Number 1, understate your power, overbuild your foundation. You earn money by action. You keep money by silence. People ruin their rise by announcing it. They broadcast dreams, progress, ambition, then get attacked before the seed even grows. Here's the ancient rule. Let them think you're small while you build something too big to stop. When people underestimate you, they reveal their guard. When they reveal their guard, they expose their resources. When they expose their resources, you choose what to take and what to ignore. You grow in the dark, you strike in the open, but never too early and never loudly. Wealth secret. Number 2, create ambiguity around your moves. In ancient courts, kings survived by being unpredictable at the right moments. Predictability makes you easy to block. Ambiguity makes you impossible to prepare for. So you build a rhythm no one can track. Some days silent, some days intense, some days generous, some days cold. Not out of chaos, out of control. When no one can define you, they fear miscalculating you. And that fear becomes your shield. Money flows to the person others can't read. Wealth secret number 3, hide your input, control your output. What you produce should be visible. How you produce it should be invisible. Share results, never reveal process. The wealthy guard their machinery. They reveal only the final product, strategies no one can replicate. You don't tell people what you're building, how fast you're growing, who you're working with, or what you're planning next. You let them discover the outcome after it's too late to stop you. That's how silent empires rise. Wealth secret. Number 4, build a mask, then crack it strategically. Perfect people are forgettable. Mysterious people are magnetic. You present yourself as calm, competent, collected, but once, only once, you let the mask slip just enough to show depth. A sharp insight they weren't expecting. A darker confidence than they assumed. A glimpse of the abyss behind your eyes. They'll chase that crack for years. The wealthy don't show everything. They show exactly enough to make you wonder what they're not showing. Wealth secret number 5, make people dependent, then step back. You build wealth faster when others rely on you, emotionally, strategically, or financially. You help quietly. You solve problems. You stabilize chaos, then you withdraw. Not out of anger, out of timing. People crumble when they lose the stability they never appreciated. And in that craving, they return to you. Not for who you are, but for what only you can provide. Dependency is currency, and the withdrawal is the interest you collect. Wealth secret. Number 6, influence without touching the knife. Never be the one delivering the blow. Be the one who made it inevitable. You orchestrate, you guide, you whisper, but you never carry out the action publicly. If something needs to be cut off, someone else discovers the reason. If a rival collapses, they collapse on their own ego. If a door opens, someone else thinks they opened it. Your fingerprints should never be found. Clean hands make dirty moves powerful. Wealth secret. Number 7, silence as leverage. When someone challenges you, attacks you, doubts you, you do not defend. Defense confirms their power. Silence destroys it. Silence forces them to explain. Silence forces them to repeat. Silence forces them to unravel. People fear the person who doesn't react, not because you're peaceful, but because they don't know what you're preparing. Wealth is not held by the emotional. It's held by the unreadable. Wealth secret. Number 8, become a system, not a person. The highest form of wealth is not money. It's indispensability. A person can be replaced. A system cannot. Build structures that function without you. Build skills no one else has. Build value people reorganize their lives around. You don't need loyalty when you control the infrastructure others depend on. You become the backbone. And removing the backbone means collapsing the entire body. That's when you stop being someone. You become the force that shapes the room, even when you're not in it. Each law leads into the next because each one eliminates a weakness society exploits. When you understate your power, you move undetected. When you become ambiguous, you move unopposed. When you hide your input, you move without interception. When your mask cracks strategically, you become unforgettable. When people depend on you, you dictate tempo. When you never hold the knife, you stay untouchable. When you weaponize silence, you control perception. When you become a system, you become inevitable. Every rule builds the next fortress wall. And once all 8 are active, you stop playing the wealth game. You become the board. If this opened a part of you that's been silent for years, stay with me. We're just entering the deeper layers. Subscribe, not for motivation, for mastery. You're building a different kind of life, one most people never notice until it's too late to catch you. The people who rise quietly win loudly. And if you're here, you're not meant to stay small. You're meant to stay hidden until you choose otherwise. Power grows fastest in silence, and wealth follows the one the world misreads the longest.